Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy DonDon Gaming. Today we are going to be going over the Taco Tuesday and J.R. Smith packs that are coming out today. Looking at these cards, some of them look fire, some of them look hot trash, and some of them are just interesting to look at. So, we're going to be going over all the cards and in their entirety. So, starting off with Mr. J.R. Smith, we have a Myteam Anniversary, shooting guard, small forward. We have an Origin one, that's a shooting guard, point guard from the Knicks. You have another shooting guard, point guard, Dunktober, Pelicans. Invincible, J.R. Smith, shooting guard, small forward from the Cavs. And then you have a shooting guard, point guard from the Knicks. And then you obviously have his in-game, which is a Nuggets Myteam card. Then after that, we're going to go over Tacko Fall in his entirety, and we have an opposition one, which already looks scary enough, but we're going to get to that later on. So, let's start it off. So, Myteam Anniversary, J.R. Smith, 6'6", 6'10", 220 pounds. Most of that's pretty much look the exact same all around through all of his cards, as I always say. 28 golds, 35 Hall of Fame badges, Hosm's everywhere. 90 plus in every single stat besides in the rebound, which is an 82-81, the block, which is an 80, 82 defense, 89 draw foul, 80 staying dunk. Everything else is in the mid 70s, low 80s, 82 strength. Those are the only things that are kind of under 90. Finishing badges, he has pretty much everything you probably would want on a base card, but he is missing a couple things, like maybe back down Punisher, maybe hood mouse in the house, spin if you like spinning. Those kind of like the key ones that I would say. Shooting badges, every single one basically that you want, besides maybe Lucky 7 would be helpful. Every single playmaking badge in the game. Defensive-wise, pretty nice, solid all around. Definitely missing rim, worm. Like, all these defensive badges are advisory as to add on to them. But with all these other J.R. Smiths, there's probably no need to get this one unless you're going to really lock in for that set. 98 defensive tendencies all around, which is pretty nice. Jump shot 49, which is that Oscar Robertson, A.J. Griffin, Richard Jefferson release. Upper is Eddie Jones upper, Austin Carr, Jamal Crawford, Bruce Bowen's upper, which is very nice. Very quick release, normal. Leaner, quick dribble style, wait for Austin size up, Dwayne Wade combo, Kobe escape, Chris Paul cross, James Harden behind the back. So J.R. Smith, for us not seeing a single card of him this year, and us now getting getting his rights back, this is a very solid card to start off with. Very solid. Next up, point guard, shooting guard, J.R. Smith. Pretty much everything is the same, but this one has 24 golds and 50 Hall of Fame badges. So this one has basically 90 and everything, but the rebounding is the same. The block is 84 instead of whatever it was. I think it was 80. He has 85 staying dunk, a 91 draw foul, but the post moves are still the same. He has a lot more finishing badges, which are very nice. Definitely still would say add on the post spin technician, in my opinion. He has every single shooting badge in the game legitly on Hall of Fame, besides fades, which is on gold. Every single playmaking badge in the game as well. And every single defensive badge in the game as well, but missing box and brick wall. So this one's a lot more badged out in my opinion, but stat-wise, they're not too much of a difference. SIGs-wise, they're pretty much the same, so not too shabby of a card. Definitely when I say too shabby, definitely advise you guys to pick up this one over the Myteam Anniversary one, unless you want to play him at small forward. But for point guard, shooting guard, J.R. Smith, definitely for your budget, probably go with the Origin one. But that's just going off right now. But going over to the Pelicans Dunktober one. This one has 15 golds and 60 Hall of Fame badges. Okay. This one actually has 90 in every stat. His rebounding got boosted up to an 84 on both offensive and defensive. His post moves got boosted up to an 84 as well. His draw foul got 91. His stay dunk is pretty much the same. So stat-wise, he's pretty much the same, but his post moves and his rebounding get a little bit boosted. A couple of other stats get in the 90s. This one, exact same badge-wise, but he has a lot more shooting, playmaking badges on Hall of Fame and a lot more defensive badges on Hall of Fame as well. So pretty much the exact same, but just more Hall of Fame badges on playmaking and defense. And like I said, sig-wise, tendency-wise, they're pretty much the same. So comparing the Dunktober to the Origin one, it depends on your price as to which one you really want. But I would definitely advise you guys to get this one because it's more badged out and as well has a little bit better SIGs, in my opinion. But moving on to the most expensive card here of the J.R. Smiths. Invincible J.R. Smith from his time on the Cavaliers. 13 goals, 65 Hall of Fame badges, 99 plus in basically every single stat, every single shooting badge in Hall of Fame, pretty much every single playmaking badge on Hall of Fame besides post, playmaker, and special delivery, every single defensive badge on Hall of Fame besides box, brick wall, defense leader, and worm, but still missing these two badges on him, but those aren't too big of a badges, especially if he plays your guard position. Tendencies exactly the same, SIGs exactly the same. So all around though, like if you want to play J.R. Smith at the forward, this is definitely the best J.R. Smith to play. But if you can't, if you still want to play him at small forward, then your best option, your best chance is having to use that Myteam anniversary one. Moving on to the New York Knicks, J.R. Smith, 13 goals, 5 Hall of Fame badges. This is exactly like the Invincible one. This is just like the Cavaliers one. Yeah, they're copy and paste of each other. The only difference is that one's a New York Knicks and one's a Cav. That's the only difference between the two. One's a Knicks, one's a Cav. One can play point guard, one can play small forward. So that choice is up to you. But most likely, both of them are probably going to be similar prices. But the Cavaliers one will probably be a little bit less expensive because he can't play point guard compared to this one. But moving on to his end game card. This one, 80 Hall of Fame badge all around, 99 in every single stat, perfect tendencies as well. He gets jump shot 3 on Rudy Gay base, very quick, Trey leaner, quick dribble style, and obviously the regular SIGs. Now, what's interesting is I'm surprised they didn't give him Luka base. I really felt like they were going to give him Luka base because he's a guard, and we haven't seen him all year, so I'm kind of surprised they didn't give him Luka base. But yeah, so the only difference is that this one has jump shot 3 and Rudy Gay upper. But going over all the J.R. Smiths that I would say, if you want to, it depends on where you want to play J.R. Smith. If you want to play him at your forward position, for most people, I would just say go for the Invincible. But if you don't have that much MT, just go with Myteam Anniversary because those are like the only two options you could play. But if you're just looking for just to play a J.R. Smith, it doesn't matter. I would say go with the Dunktober one if you're on a budget. But if you have the MT, go for the Invincible. But like I said, all the J.R. Smith's point guard, shooting guard ones are pretty similar. It's just that they're just lacking in a little bit of badges. Hall of Fame badges compared to the others, and as well as that also lacking on the stats. Between these two are lacking in the stats, this one's more lacking in the stats, but comparing to these two, it doesn't really matter. So I would say just it all depends on where you want to play J.R. Smith, but if you're just looking for the best J.R. Smith, endgame, point guard Invincible, shooting guard small forward Invincible, Dunktober, Origin, Myteam Anniversary, just saying straight up, in my opinion. But moving on to the day that we have called Taco Tuesday. Tacko Fall. His Myteam Anniversary card can only play center. 7'6", 8'4" wingspan, 289 pounds, 24 goals, 35 Hall of Fame badges, 83 3-pointer, 88 mid-range, 82 speed acceleration, 84 vertical, 86 quickness, 89 steal, 76 field ball, 78 ball handling. Everything else is at 90+. Great finishing badges, great every single defensive badge in the game. Pretty good shooting badges, pretty good playmaking badges. Definitely missing a couple, in my opinion. Tendency-wise, 99 blocking shot contest, 95 on-ball steal. Jump shot 47, which is the original base. Kobe upper on very quick. Basic leaner, so he won't be able to lean. And he doesn't have any good dribble moves on him. This is definitely the worst Tacko Fall, and I don't think it's that much of an upgrade compared to I think it's the Galactic one that I think we had. I think it was the Galactic Tacko Fall, so I don't think it's too much of a difference between those two. So if you guys sold your other one and y'all don't plan on picking up any of these other Tacko Falls, then not very smart because this one is basically just as the same, if not very similar to it. Moving on to Tacko Fall Glitched, center power forward. His player model is going to be exactly the same. 18 goals, 60 Hall of Fame badges, hot zones everywhere. 90+ in every single stat besides lateral quickness, which is at 89. 87 field ball, 80 ball handling. Every single shooting badge in the game on Hall of Fame besides mismatch expert. Every single finishing badge as well, just missing Giant Slayer. Every single playmaking badge in the game besides floor general. Every single defense badge on Hall of Fame. Tendencies, exactly the same. Sig-wise, exactly the same. But this one has quick dribble style, Kobe size up, Stephon Marbury Carbo, Kobe escape, Kawhi cross, and Scotty behind the back. This is so far the best Tacko Fall, though, that we have seen. The only difference I would say right now that, would be having to give him the normal leaner. That's kind of like the only thing I'm seeing the difference compared to these other cards that could be the difference maker. But let's see what the other three have in common. So this one is out of position. The card that's going to probably be the most dumbest price. The most expensive card probably in the game. Shooting guard, small forward, 7'6", Tacko Fall, 19 golds, 50 Hall of Fame plus, 10 less Hoff badges than the Flash Glitch one. This one has an 87 3-pointer, 89 speed and acceleration. Everything else is in 90+. 88 speed ball, 86 ball handling. Every defensive badge on Hall of Fame. Pretty much every single playmaking badge as well, but missing Space Creator and Stop and Go. Not many shooting badges on Hall of Fame, and missing a lot of badges as well in the shooting, like volume shooter, stop and pop, mismatch, lucky 7, Deadeye, Circus 3, Chef. Tendency is exactly the same. These SIGs are exactly like the last one. So comparing these Tacko Falls, I would definitely say the glitch one's a lot better, but at the same time, this one plays small forward shooting guard, so it kind of depends. If you guys can find all these shooting badges and add these onto them, especially on Hall of Fame, this could be a really good small forward. But other than that, though, this one's not too much of it. This one's kind of worse than the other one. It's just the only difference is, like I said, this one was small forward shooting guard. Moving on to the invincible Tacko Fall. Oh my goodness. 2K, I love that you guys made his little thing at the bottom just full of tacos. That's kind of funny. But this one, 9 gold, 65 Hall of Fame badges, 9 in every single stat, every single defensive badge in Hall of Fame, every single shooting badge, not on Hall of Fame, but he has every single one in the game besides mismatch expert, playmaking badges. Every single one that he has is basically on Hall of Fame besides handle days and space carrier, which are on gold, and missing a couple here and there. But he has every single finishing badge in the game, especially on Hall of Fame. But teardroppers on gold. Tendencies exactly the same. SIGs wise are exactly the same. Very, very interesting. Comparing this Tacko to the Flash Glitch one. For the Flash Glitch one, is the Flash Glitch one better? I'm like, stat wise, no. Because this one has like a +9 driving dunk, +7 driving layup, a +9 lateral quickness, +8 speed, +6 vertical, +11, 18 steal ball and ball handling. Every single finishing badge on Hall of Fame, but the glitch one has a lot more shooting badges on Hall of Fame. This Tacko has a lot more Hall of Fame badges, but this one has a lot more total badges. And defensive wise, yeah. So comparing the Tacko Falls, I'm like, y'all could really just get away with this Flash Glitch one. Honestly, y'all just have to, like, there's not too much of a difference between them, honestly, because everything else is exactly the same. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. But obviously, moving on to the big money of this set, in-game Tacko Fall. This now y'all gotta keep in mind, this Tacko Fall, none of these Tacko Falls are under 244 pounds. So keep that in mind as you guys are going through here, because I figured this one would be 244 pounds like every other big man, but this one is not 244 pounds. So keep that in mind if y'all plan on picking up Tacko Fall, that none of these cards are 244 pounds. But this has 80 Hall of Fame badges, 99 every single stat. Tendencies, as always with every in-game card, is absolutely perfect. But here's what's going to be the kicker. What jump shot did they give him? They gave him jump shot 25. Kobe upper, very quick timing. Trae Young leaner, quick dribble style. So basically, yes, is he the best Tacko Fall in the game? Yes. Is shot 25 good? Yes. But I don't know how well his dribble sigs on any of his cards are going to work with he having 289 pounds on every single one of his cards. And I don't know if that's just an update that they're going to have to do later on or how that's going to work. But that's just one thing I would say for all you guys that are going to pick up Tacko Fall. Keep that in mind that none of his cards are not 244 pounds or lower. So keep that in mind as you guys are going through Tacko Falls. But going over the Tacko Falls, rating them, the worst is obviously the Myteam Anniversary one. Is not that much different than the original Galactic one. So if you guys have the Galactic one and y'all don't plan on picking up any of these other new ones that came out, there's no need to have to upgrade to this Myteam Anniversary one. Straight up. The second worst one, I personally would probably say the out of position one is probably the second worst Tacko Fall, but it just depends if you guys can, because like I said, the only thing that this one is lacking is the shooting badges. So if you guys can put the shooting badges onto him, give him a shooting boost or whatever, then he's probably one of the best small forward shooting guards in the game. But it just depends on that. The third worst I'll probably say is the Invincible Tacko Fall, just because he's a lot more lackluster in badges compared to the Glitch one, which I would say is the second best Tacko Fall that came out today. And then obviously the best one's obviously the end game, because 80 Hall of Fame badges, 9 every single stat, perfect tendencies, like you can't go wrong with that. So, like, I know most likely most people probably pulling the Flash Glitch one. So I would suggest you guys do get Tacko Fall. This is the best version for your budget, and especially probably the second best Tacko Fall, honestly, in my opinion, that came out today, just because, like I said, this one's a lot more badged out compared to both of these ones. But like I said, this one's only good because he's out of position. So that's the only reason why I would say he's probably one of the best, because he's out of position. He can run small forward, which, oh my goodness, 2K. Oh no. Y'all, you could run this type of lineup. Hold up. Y'all could run, hold up, sorry, wrong person. Y'all could run point guard Shaq, shooting guard Yao Ming, Tacko Fall at the small forward. And then, hang on. Who's that power forward? I got it, y'all. Y'all could have Mark Eaton, and then you could have Manute Bull. Like, literally, 7'1", 7'6", 7'6", 7'4", 7'7". Like, this is the lineup you could run, starting lineup. Like, that's just insanity that you can literally run an all 7-footer lineup, which literally all of them are really good, especially your guards to power forward. So, but I'm not telling you guys to run this team, but just saying y'all could potentially run this team today and for the rest of the year and probably be perfectly fine. But I know Marquinhos is a luck-based card, but just if you guys have him though, y'all could run something like this, and that would literally just not be good. But all around though, today's drop is not too shabby. Definitely a hype one with, JR coming back into the game, and then Tacko Fall obviously getting an opposition and end game cards. So yeah, definitely quite interesting one. It depends on how prices look with these cards. I'm pretty sure J.R. Smith will probably be like the first cheapest card to buy invincible wise. It'll probably be near close to the first buyout, but no guarantees on that one. But if you guys did enjoy the video, please leave a like on it. And if y'all are new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. We upload content every other day. And with all that being said, I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.